Okay, I'm Dirk Hagemeister. I'm a family physician by trade. I'm working at the University of the Free State in Bloemfontein. I'm also an ACLS instructor, which means I now had the joy of coming for the second time to Villa Private Hospital to run an ACLS, an advanced cardiovascular life support course here. Well, teaching the importance of high-quality CPR has a couple of components. The one is obviously having your basic skills. You need to know how to do high-quality CPR. You need to have the practice. There's a course for that, so we are also teaching the basic life support, the mechanics of resuscitation, and we're teaching the instructors for those courses to spread the word. And then it's important, I think, as well, during your advanced courses, always to revert back on the importance of these basics, not to get carried away by the more highly reflective actions, but always bring people back to reminding them the importance of basic life support. When it comes to the ACLS algorithms, I think that's the key concept within the ACLS course. So it's certainly important that the students learn, that they familiarize themselves with the algorithms before the course. And then what I try to do is to as I said earlier with other things, to throw them back at these very concepts, to reference them, to refer to those algorithms, to look at the algorithms during the course as we apply them in specific case examples. I think maybe not so much high technology. We do have some feedback devices and that that we try to incorporate in the teaching, but I think innovative ways of teaching, for instance, the changes that we had with the BLS coach now. I mean, it came in 2020, and what we try doing now when they practice the BLS, I bring the role of the CPR coach into the small group practice of CPR, of cardiopulmonary resuscitation skills, and have that role already filled and executed by one of the fellow students in the group, so that it becomes part of the entire process. The assessment of the competence of the students, formally, technically, it's prescribed by the American Heart Association. So we do have skills tests for the ACLS. That's some smaller parts, and then at the end, the assessment on a so-called mega code training that has formal requirements as to their role as team leader and how they need to display, how they communicate, how they work through their algorithms with their team, how they take the team along. But I mean, after running a few classes, that one also has the experience during the course already, to feel where are the weaknesses, where are the strengths of the candidates, and maybe assist them already along the way. So you over the 2 days before you do the final assessment, already you have a fairly good understanding of the competencies of the individual students. In general, it's often emphasized and as often ignored, I suppose. It's that we need to focus on the basics, that we need to get the basics right, we need to get our basic life support right, we need to get our basic algorithms properly applied, and believe me, in environments like an academic environment at the university, people have a tendency of doing a lot of discussions, all the ifs and buts, but where we need to focus the important parts of the ACLS is that standardized, the algorithmic approach, and to basically train that well, apply that well, and repeat it often, so that it becomes a second nature. Well, communication skills are important in any clinical setting, and certainly beyond that as well, but when we work in the clinical setting and the case examples that we run, the students in the course are being put into the position, certain roles, and they will have to execute these roles properly with the respective communications. And we revisit that topic, we emphasize the topic, we do the debriefing after the case examples that we run through, and again bring in, you know, the importance, the emphasis on these communication skills and proper communication.
Please, let's transfer the patient to resuscitation bay 1.
Thanks. The ACLS instructor training is certainly a great opportunity as well to grow personally as an ACLS instructor, because it offers one the opportunity to meet many other people who are joining into the same enterprise. It's fellow faculty members, you know, when you run an ACLS instructor course. But it's also, you know, young, new incoming ACLS instructors, that's more experienced ACLS instructors that we re-monitor. We have a 2-year cycle when the instructors need to be re-monitored, so one has a lot of exposure to other teaching styles, to other teaching ideas, and I think that's one of the most exciting parts of this role. Thank you again for the opportunity. It's, as I said earlier, it's the second time that I had the pleasure of running a course here at Villa Private Hospital, and again, you know, it went pretty smoothly. It's always a bit of a scare when you come to another place, you know, with equipment, making sure that everything is in place, which was supported quite well. And of course, you know, it's always nice also meeting different people, you know, with a bit of a different background, you know, as you cross country borders, you know, you have clinicians with other experiences, with other educational background, with other challenges in the clinical setting, you know, learning about other healthcare systems and that for me it's always a very exciting, a great opportunity that I highly appreciate. And I mean, on the interpersonal, on the human level, it was also quite pleasant working with the group over the last 2 days since yesterday morning. So yeah, if one is allowed to say that, a work weekend, and it was fun, and thank you for the opportunity.